Alright, guys, this video might come across as a little strange given all I've said about women and all that. Well, Nazi feminists, and there's a difference, between feminism and Nazi feminism. Explained in my book how to not just combat, but win against and benefit from at the highest levels, uh, you know, the plague, the disease that is Nazi feminism. Um, so a lot of people think I hate women. A lot of people think I don't support universal suffrage and all kinds of other bullshit. I don't hate women, man. My own experiences with women, I love women. I just don't like Nazi feminists. That much should be obvious. Janet Clare, she's the woman that did the audiobook for the written book. And I work with a lot of women on the other business. Paula, my best employee on who calls me an emperor. I call her a countess or an empress, or I used to call her, I don't know, I used to call her an empress, then she says she prefers countess. Anyway, so it's not that. Uh, but by and large, the women I deal with, women I work with, they're all business-minded women, all of them, without exception. I'm going to say one thing, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The tag of marriage, just that tag, and to a certain extent, girlfriend, boyfriend, and that's why I am huge on the other business of no labels. The minute you put a label to something, man, there's all these unseen, unwanted expectations that society has placed upon us, and a beautiful relationship, in many cases, goes down the fucking commode. That's just the way it is. You can look at look at all these guys that lived happily ever after together, and then the minute they got married, bang, they're in the fucking relationship. And I keep advising guys, don't get married. You want to have a girlfriend? Do that. Probably the same thing for men. No, I wouldn't give women the same advice. It's different. But this evening, I was just talking to a lady on WeChat. Older lady, cooks the most gorgeous Indian sweets. Over the past few months, on one of my social media networks, I've been fortunate enough to talk to Sukmani. Sukmani. Sukmani in Indian dialect, and man, her food is just to fucking die for too. So here you got this lady that cooks the most awesome Indian sweets. Here you got this lady who cooks awesome fucking chicken tikka masala, lamb curries, mutton keema, mincemeat and all that, all these Indian delicacies. Y'all know how scrumptiously delicious Indian food is. In the middle, you got yours truly, Twiggy, the beanpole, or whatever you want to call me, who wants to be a bridge between the two. And I'm a fucking glutton, I will eat every goddamn thing under the sun. Dog, cat, fish, monkey. Okay, well, not monkey, maybe. But given, in China, you have snakes hanging like that from Walmart, and duck blood and pig blood and all kinds of other strange shit, I'll still remember, man, Ann Lee, a former ex of mine who kicked my ass, both literally. She did kick my ass. Here. I still remember that. And figuratively, which was more important, back then I was fat and making excuses about not being able to climb a mountain or whatever after work. She was like, yes, you can. And she would say, yes, instead of yes. That was her way of saying it. But the way she said it, man, I'll be forever grateful to her because, fuck. That was really when the whole zero excuse thing started, except I didn't know it. And I still remember the girls, they were all giggling and laughing the first time I fucking, and now I can motor up that hill, I don't know, 10 times. I did it 6 times a day for 4 hours, every day in the blazing hot weather, rain, category 3 hurricanes. But anyway, this isn't about me. It's about why I prefer business women. Because business women are not Nazi feminists. Business women stick to business. There's no bullshit. You can be honest. You can talk to them honestly. They're interested in money, business, transactional, and women in general are transactional. Okay, men are the emotional. I realize that might sound very hard to believe for most of you, but men, if you really, and you can read a lot of the McTow philosophy, or you can just listen to me, it's really men that are the emotional sort. Women are monkey branch. Women will monkey branch by nature, and they are transactional. They'll give you all the love in the world until you have money. The minute the money runs out, or even if it's not your fault that the money runs out, even if you're fucking laid up in hospital. A friend of mine, he had to go to a hospital. He couldn't get back to work. His wife, the perfect wife before, fell apart. She divorced him. And funnily enough, the judge up there in New York wants him to pay alimony, even though the guy doesn't work, can't work, has a disability. But his wife has this office job where she's making bank, compared to him, and he's got to pay fucking alimony. It don't make no sense, man. The laws, the courts, everything is hopelessly fucking biased against you, so you can't win directly. You win indirectly, and I explain how to do that in my book, which has gotten rave reviews. You can check out the website, you can check out but that's why I prefer working with business women. I prefer dealing with business women. I've had my best relationships with business women, and somebody like Sunny Leone, a lot of people troll her for being a porn star, but hey man, look, girl did what she had to do. She copped a lot of flack from her traditional Punjabi family for choosing the line she did, but she took the fucking hits, and today she's a fucking superstar. She's a success, and man, I hate these bloody morons calling me. I've got the phone on Do Not Disturb, yet some motherfucker's gotta call me, and there went this video. Anyway, I'm gonna concatenate both these, but hey man, I get it, and I respect that sort of woman a lot more than a lot of these so-called traditional women, because those traditional women will stab you in the back as soon as the money runs out. Business women will be honest about it. They'll both do it. Both of them will do it, but one is honest up front, at least you. Like Mark the African Silverback Gorilla used to tell me, one of the reasons I like you, Raul, is with you, I know what I'm going to get. What you see is what you fucking get. And with business women, that's been the case. What you see is what you fucking get. And that's that, man. And the building bridges is what it's all about. And if I can connect these two ladies, if they can do some business together, I'll be more than happy to, be the bridge. I'll be more than happy to look at the sweets and the food and to salivate. Maybe I need some. Oh man, it's funny. No, really, I'm a glutton at heart, and that's really, this video, and yeah. I would rather do business, or I would rather speak to or have relationships with a business-minded woman any day over, over so-called traditional woman or whatever. Anyway, see y'all later.